Well, it appears there really was a battle between Shazam and Black Adam. It was just behind the scenes. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about the report from earlier today that claimed Black Adam star Dwayne the Rock Johnson kneecapped his own movie and the Shazam sequel. Shazam himself, Zack Levi, has chimed in. Well, we've been talking about this for a while, but we had been hearing that Black Adam star Dwayne the Rock Johnson was doing everything he could do to set himself up as the major DC power player prior to the release of Black Adam. As many of you know, he was talking about how the hierarchy of the DC universe was about to change, and it absolutely did change, just not in the way he thought. Now, there was a report today from the Rap that really dove deeper into this and suggested that the actor's inflated ego may have been even more out of control than many fans were led to believe. Now, according to this report, Johnson had absolutely no interest in having a Shazam cameo in the Black Adam's post-credit scene. This would have been used to facilitate a future crossover, and it appears he completely nixed that. He actually went a step further and prevented Justice Society characters from appearing in the mid-credit scene sequence for Fury of the Gods. This forced director David F. Sandberg to make last-minute changes, and if you've seen the scene, you know the characters they used definitely were not high profile in the way this movie really needed. Now, we had some reports from Sandberg that seemed to confirm that the scene had fallen apart a couple of days before cameras were due to roll. And earlier today, Zack Levi appears to have chimed in and really drove the point home. Now, both the posts come via the Rap, but the screenshot from Zack Levi's Instagram is pretty telling, so let's check it out. You can see there in the corner where Zack Levi reposted this, and the post says, "The Rap confirms that in Shazam Fury of the Gods, the Justice Society from Black Adam were recruiting Shazam in the post-credit. The Rock denied access, and David F. Sandberg had to make a last-minute decision to add Amelia and John. Dwayne the Rock Johnson attempted to restructure the DCEU centering on him and Henry Cavill. The Rock didn't allow Zack Levi to cameo in the post-credits for Black Adam." Now, we've been hearing a lot of this for a while, and it appears very clearly that Dwayne the Rock Johnson was playing some sort of game and was trying to basically have a power play within the DC universe. For me personally, when I look at this, it really looks bad to me. I totally feel like he played everybody involved. Now, obviously, we don't have direct proof of this, but just looking at the situation from the high level and the aftermath, well, it appears pretty clear to me. For Levi and Sandberg to go so public with this information means it must have been really bad. And these guys are not the kind of guys to start some kind of public war with somebody like Dwayne the Rock Johnson, so clearly feelings are really hurt. And then there's Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill came back in, played Superman, and then ultimately after the fact fired his agent, suggesting to me that not only was Dwayne the Rock Johnson playing everybody at Shazam, but he also might have even played Henry Cavill himself. Now, why would you do this? Well, I have to say it was all part of the power play, and honestly guys, I think it was the most easy manipulative path that he could take, since people who were very dedicated to seeing that particular version of the universe return are easy to rile up on social media and get the exact response he wanted to keep his ego as inflated as big as it is. Now, obviously, this is a lot of speculation on our part, and we'll have to wait down the road to see if we finally get some answers to these pretty big questions, but none of it looks very good. Now, we're still waiting for Dwayne the Rock Johnson to respond to all this, and I am curious on what he has to say. He was championing the idea that the DC hierarchy was about to change, and it did, just not how he wanted to, because we had James Gunn and Peter Safran take over, and ultimately making it very unlikely that his Teth Adam will ever be seen again in the DC universe. But to be fair, it's not looking too great for Shazam either, so we're gonna have to wait and see.